Warriors of Matrimony, written by Kenneth E. Foltz, Jr., narrated by DeRilly. Chapter 11. The Warriors of Matrimony. Lei walked into the room from the second hallway beside the group.
I was hoping Ling would prove herself far higher than the fool Sa. It seems I have no choice but to handle this myself.
Kalich lifted Annala up.
Tyson, I have a favor to ask you.
Tyson held Calidora in his arms. He looked over at Kalich.
Get Annala and Calidora out of here,
Kalich said.
Daddy, what are you?
I'll be right behind you.
Kalich put Annala on Tyson's back.
Okay, I'll do it.
Tyson headed for the other hallway with Calidora and Annala.
Where do you think you're going?
Lei threw out her hand, designing a door in front of the hallway to block Tyson's path. A fireball slammed into the door, blowing it apart. Kalich had his hand out in that direction, with his body outlined in red energy.
Get moving!
Tyson ran into the hall. Lei and Kalich faced each other.
You're good. I see how you gave Ling trouble.
Lei designed a sleek spear and shield with the Saron emblem, a unicorn head with wings in the back. She charged forward with her shield out. Kalich threw a punch at the shield that set off an explosion. Kalich flew back from the blast, landing on his feet.
What just happened?
Lei came forward, spinning her spear to the side.
A reflective shield that mirrors any attack against it.
Lei stabbed her spear forward from above. Kalich formed a red orb of energy around himself. The spear point gathered the energy and shot them back as a curved energy blast and cut up Kalich's jacket in several places.
Her spear is reflective too,
Kalich said.
Fast thinking.
Lei landed in front of Kalich and kicked him across the face. Kalich flew across the floor, sliding to one side. Lei slowly lowered her leg.
Too bad your body isn't just as quick.
The red on Lei's weapons faded away. Kalich picked himself up. Lei took a fighting stance. She designed an arch of spears around her.
These spears are all reflective. You won't be able to destroy them.
The spears flew forward. Kalich surrounded his body with liquid blue energy as he crossed his arms. The spears bounced right off.
You can change your energy into defensive power. That's good. Let's just see how good.
Lei leapt forward. Tyson ran down the hall with Annala on his back and Calidora in his arms.
I hope we're going the right way.
Annala came fully conscious, lifting her head.
Where am I?
Tyson looked at her.
That husband of yours sent us ahead as he faces off against the Colonel.
My mother! He'll be killed!
I don't know if I would underestimate him like that. He defeated Lieutenant Colonel Ling.
Annala pushed herself off Tyson's back, stumbling onto her own 2 feet. She turned herself around.
I'm going after him.
Tyson reached back for her.
Hold it!
Annala sprinted off. Take care of Calidora! Tyson placed his hand on top of his head, rubbing it.
Your parents are something else.
What's that mean?
Calidora asked. Lei flipped the switch on her spear, having the blade open up and shoot an ice ray. She moved her spear across to form an ice trail. Kalich ran across the floor to avoid the ice. His foot got frozen, making him drop and fall to the ground. Kalich turned himself over onto his back. Red energy surrounded his legs, breaking the ice. Lei flipped the other end of her spear toward Kalich. She designed it to add a second blade. She flipped the switch she added, opening the blade and blasted a high-pressure wind stream. Kalich crouched with his arms crossed and blue energy flaring over him. The wind blew past him and blasted out the wall behind him.
What a waste of an ability!
The blades closed. Lei soared forward with her spear and shield at the ready. Kalich stared up at the coming attack. A black energy flared up around him. Once the spear and shield came into contact with the black flames, their designs reversed and disappeared.
What?
Lei moved away from him, turning to the side and leaping back. Lei created a large platform with a long staircase. She quickly ascended up the platform and erased the stairs. Lei gazed down at him.
A power that can completely disassemble my designs. I didn't think it was possible.
The flames disappeared from around Kalich, and he collapsed on all fours. He breathed heavily.
But it takes a lot of power, and since he can't reach me here without that power...
Lei designed a sword in her hand.
Time for some target practice.
Lines were formed to create half-decent floating platforms to reach up to Lei.
What the? Who did that?
Lei questioned. Kalich looked up at the sight, amazed. Kalich! The Camgonian looked over to see Annala leaning against the hallway wall.
Annala, what are you doing back here? You should be with Calidora.
Finish this, Kalich!
Annala, have you betrayed me?
Her mother questioned. Kalich took the pathway Annala created. He landed on the platform across from Lei.
This fight can end here. Just let us go. Huh, what else would I expect from a man?
Lei stretched her sword out to the side, charging forward.
This battle doesn't end until one of us falls. All right, then you ask for it.
Kalich pulled his dagger from his holster. He charged forward. The two blades clashed. Kalich and Lei exchanged strikes with each other as weapons. They ducked and weaved around each other, switching sides as they tried to gain the upper hand. Kalich flipped over Lei when she knocked his dagger out of his hand. Kalich took a few jumps back to widen the gap. A blade arm with a chain on the back got designed on Kalich's right hand. Kalich grasped the grip.
Another half designed by Annala. Is this the best she can do after being in your country for so long?
Lei questioned.
She was injured by your lieutenant.
Kalich held up the blade proudly.
And this blade is all I need against a mother-in-law like you.
Kalich turned the blade over on the top. He charged forward.
Let's check your theory,
Lei asserted. The sword fight continued. Lei used her superior grace, flexibility, and jumping height to push Kalich back. Kalich went for rough swings, still tired from his earlier attacks. Kalich flew back into the wall, breaking it. Lei came at him, soaring through the air. A wall formed between them. Lei cut it down with one swing of her sword. Kalich's body emitted red energy along with the blade and chain.
I'll give it everything I got.
Lei reached out to stop him.
No!
Kalich slammed the blade down to the ground, causing a large explosion. Lei flew back. The crack ran through the room, collapsing it. Kalich hit the floor. He planted his hand on the floor, struggling to get up.
Damn, that hurt.
Kalich pushed himself up and stumbled toward Annala. Annala helped support Kalich as he supported her. They walked toward the hallway. Annala took a glance back. Lei pushed herself off the floor when the ceiling collapsed in on the room. Annala looked forward and continued to walk down the hall. The Saron Queen, a beautiful woman with long snow-blue hair, sat on her throne. A Saron soldier kneeled before her.
Your Highness, soldiers are in pursuit of the Camgonian soldier and his group.
Have them retreat, said the Queen. Saron looked up at her.
Your Highness, they attacked our base. They killed Lieutenant Colonel Lei and greatly injured Colonel Lei.
All in the pursuit of protecting her family. Are there no others who wouldn't do the same? The Queen shut her eyes for a moment, then reopened them. Besides, I was wondering when our allies would find their strength. I'm sure by now many others have discovered this power. The Saronian Queen leaned forward in her throne. Now then, call back the troops. The Saronian soldier stood up and bowed.
Yes, Your Highness.
The soldier ran out of the room. The Queen leaned back in her throne, folding one leg over the other, and intersecting her fingers in her lap. Camgon should make an interesting ally from here on, but you still owe me, Annala. A menacing smile graced the Saronian Queen's lips. Kalich, Annala, and Tyson, with Calidora on his shoulder, stood on the wall of Shiwang, looking down at the city.
It seems they stopped following us,
Kalich said.
Knowing the Queen, she has other plans in mind,
Annala replied.
Kalich looked over at Tyson. Thanks for protecting my daughter. So what are your plans now?
Tyson rolled his eyes up to the sky.
Not exactly sure. I guess I should find my crew first.
Calidora placed her hands on top of Tyson's head playfully.
Come live with us, big brother.
Calidora, he's a criminal, Annala said.
He's not bad,
Calidora said. Kalich looked at Tyson thoughtfully, then kindly.
Not bad, just misguided. He could use someone to show him a good path.
What are you saying? Annala questioned. Kalich gave Annala a wide grin, with his eyes closed.
Well...
Kalich stood in front of the Camgonian general's desk. The Camgonian general sat at his desk in annoyance.
You have a lot of nerve to do what you did, Kalich. I take full responsibility for all the trouble I've caused.
The Camgonian general eyed Kalich.
Lucky for you, the Saron Queen issued an apology for her captain's rash actions. Still.
The Camgonian general stood up. He pointed to Kalich.
I hope you enjoyed your little vacation, because you'll be working hard from here on out. Yes, sir.
Kalich rested on his couch several days later. Tyson chased Calidora around the living room. Calidora laughed the entire time.
I'm gonna get ya,
Tyson said. Annala entered the living room with a basket of laundry. Kids, your father's trying to sleep. Annala placed the basket on the table. She pulled a blanket out of the basket. So unless you want to help me fold these clothes, I suggest you take it outside. Tyson and Calidora looked at each other for a second, then ran out the door. Annala began folding the blanket. You could pretend to sleep all you want, Kalich. I still expect you to do some training today. Kalich opened one eye.
Are you serious about this?
Kalich and Annala stood across from each other in their army uniforms at sunset. The wind blew across their backyard. I won't be considered weak by anybody, Annala said.
You're stubborn as ever.
Red energy formed around Kalich's body. Lines curved and shaped around Annala. The end.